Happy Friday. It is Evan Golden here from the law offices of Berman and Berman. Welcome to our video podcast. Hope you like our quad view that we got going on so you can see all the angles because we got three important guests in the studio today. Listen, you know I love food. Friday is kind of my fat Friday. I hate to say it, but we have the #1 food truck in South Florida in our studio at the law offices today. They're serving up food. So if you're watching this live, they're going to be here for the next 2 hours. Make sure you come to the law offices of Berman and Berman and try Captain Lobster. This lobster, I've already had it several times. We're going to find out all the details, the ingredients, where it comes from, where it's made. So we are stoked to have them in the studio today. Very, very happy. Tell us, gentlemen, a little bit about the brainchild behind it. Tell us who you guys, your names and everything. Let's just get right into Captain Lobster. My mouth is already watering just kind of talking about it and thinking about it. So thank you. Tell me, you guys, a little about the story and who you guys are.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. My name is Manny, Captain Ivan. Everything started. The principal idea was to make a Venezuelan food truck, right? Mm-hmm. But then we went to New York to try the lobster roll for the first time, and I say, oh my God, I really like it, right? We want to do it something like a lobster roll, but with my own style, and that's how Captain Lobster was born. And it's here in Florida.
Wow. So where do you get the lobsters from? Actually, where are the lobsters coming from?
We bought the lobster in Portland, Maine lobster. Yeah.
Wow. So these lobsters, these lobsters are coming from one side of the country all the way down to South Florida.
Exactly.
How does it stay fresh? Like, how is it shipped?
We're trying to get the purchasing every like 2 days. It's overnight. We got 2 different providers from there. But actually, to complete the story, we used to be a FedEx drivers, both of us. And when he created an idea, and we put a lot of ideas on the table, and especially Venezuelan food, because we love Venezuela, and we're from there, and we love our food. But we're trying to do more opportunities to get business, like growing up. And he say, all right, I got this idea, and we just put all the effort and focus on this one, because it's more opportunity, more American people want it. They already know about it. We're just trying to do innovations on it with the ingredients and everything. Because when we went to New York and tried, it was very simple, and we said, hey, we can do this better. And we put our Venezuelan touch, different ingredients like avocado.
Why,
and
Venezuela
bacon.
knows about food? Venezuela knows about good eating?
Yeah, I mean, the Venezuelan food is delicious.
Best.
Yeah, it's the best. We love it.
Best food.
But, right here in this country is about 300 million people, and we know we have more opportunities if we do something for American that you already know.
But with the Venezuelan touch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell me, listen, I hear a lot of things about Venezuela in the news, and every time I see it, tears start to come up and I get a lump in my throat. Let's talk about that a little bit, because I think you guys, all three of you, have a lot of pride and passion for your country. Tell me about Venezuela and what's going on and how important it is for you to represent.
Well,
Yeah, for the last has been 20 years, but the last 5 years to now has been super bad. The situation has been incredible bad. Nobody believe about it. Everything it happen every day, something different, nothing positive. Every day is something negative, and everybody's getting out of there. Actually, we want to say thank you to TVT Venezuela through Borman Group, because they're helping us with our immigration services and everything. But, everybody has different situation. The government has been very corrupted about it. And, nobody, it looks like nobody can do nothing for it.
it's a complicated situation because it goes beyond the social and the economic. It's it's more about who has the power and who can make the changes. And unfortunately, right now, the changes are not happening, and our people are dying. And that's what's hurt us. And us as Venezuelan, the fact that we are not there, it doesn't mean that we're not present. We are trying our best to help our Venezuelan followers there and helping our friends and family. And we do whatever we can do from here. So that's why we created this, TVT Venezuela, to help any way we can.
Well, I'm sure everyone from Venezuela, from people that are in Venezuela, could be tuning in, watching this, and all the people that are from Venezuela here, I know they appreciate what you're doing. I know we've raised a lot of money, and we'll continue to help them out with so many causes, whether it's from the immigration law side or just the donation side.
Yeah.
So for us, our tagline is committed to the community, and that doesn't mean just our own backyard. Community, we are a community as a whole. We're all humans, so we go that far. So we'll be happy to support you guys, and I like that passion. I like that success story. So that's awesome. Food trucks, Captain Lobster. Are there misconceptions? Do people think that because food is in a food truck being prepared that it's not as clean or is not as good? I mean, do you have to educate people or dispel misconceptions?
Yeah, actually, people sometimes think that food truck is gonna be easier to make it or something, but we have many regulations, many licenses from the state until every city or county, and we have to be clean all the time. We have to be careful with the inspector. Is always on it. You never know where they come, and actually, we really like to do like that, especially because it's seafood, and it's very it's very complicated work with that. But no, it's hard to make it. It's not easy. You have to get all the license and all the permits in a good way to do it.
Yeah, all the time we have to be careful with the cleaning and everything to keep everything like
Safe.
safe and like a new, like a
Yeah.
really clean.
Yeah, people don't realize that. You think you could just buy a truck and then just start selling food out of it. There's a lot of you got to go through all the same things that a physical restaurant would have to go through with the
Exactly.
licensing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even more because behind the food truck business is a logistic business. Because when you got a restaurant, you have everything on your storage behind you. But right here, so you have to do the projection when you go to any place, because you can miss something, and if you miss something, so the sale or the product is gonna be different. So when to make it like the same way, so you have to be all everything,
planning.
yeah.
A lot of planning.
Yeah, you have to do the logistics first.
Great. I'm going to pull up some of your items. We'll go to your Instagram page right here for your viewers. Do you guys have a famous roll? What's like the most popular thing that's ordered?
The black pearl.
The black pearl?
Yeah.
Let's pull that up right here because tell us what the black pearl is.
The black pearl is a lobster roll, but reloaded, right? It's with tomatoes, avocado, pickles, a lot of things inside, and that's make the lobster roll, but like a tasted lobster roll. A lot of American people, hey, why you put bacon on the lobster? And
Why
I say,
not?
Yeah, I say just try because it's something different, it's something. And when they try, they say, "Oh my God, I'm from Maine. I never."
You're
tried
talking
something."
bacon and lobster. I think those are the two like greatest things ever made. So
Yeah.
that's a good combo. You guys do a lot more than just lobster here, though. I'm looking right now on the Instagram, and I see this chicken. I mean, you guys have a pretty extensive menu now.
Yeah, we tried to get everything on the same concept. When we started just with lobster rolls, and we made different. I mean, many lobster products. He is the creator for everything, all the dishes and everything. And after that, we really liked the seafood, and it was step by step. Then we put the other meats like crab or shrimp, and after that, we started with fried stuff. Because when we started, we just work with people who doesn't like any fried stuff. But after that, we got many patterns with Charles and no French fries or something. And even we had the fryer right there, and we started with that and say,
Oh, I love the fries.
yeah.
Oh my God, the fries are the best.
Yeah, and we try to focus in every product to be really good. And people really like it. The taste is always good.
They even have a vegan. They created it for me
Yeah.
because I'm
Oh,
vegan.
that's nice.
Especially
Everything that we create is by situations. When we created salads, it was the same. It was a girl like her, and she said, "I don't want to eat any bread." And our ingredients, we create the first salad. And now after that, we have a seafood salad that it comes with all the meat. And even it happened with Gabi for the vegan one. She doesn't eat any meat, and she said, "Hey, do you have anything vegan?" And we made it. And now we have it on the menu.
Now, how do people find out where you're going? Do they have to follow you on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, to be like, where is Captain Lobster showing up today?
Yeah, we're moving all the time. We're moving every day. We got something different spot. But if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, we put the next events, all the schedule that we're going.
Yeah, we try to put a schedule every week. We do a post because we have a kind of route. We work with different promoters, and they have different events during the week. So one promoter has Mondays and Wednesdays, and the other promoter Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we just connect with everything, and we have a schedule. Like, we're always full, thanks God. We're
Yeah,
always
you
full.
guys are always full. Yeah.
That's great. Now, tell me a little bit about, I guess, do you guys want to like franchise? What's kind of the next step? Do you want to have multiple trucks and start having like a franchise and people have Captain Lobster throughout the United States? What's kind of like the business plan? Have you guys thought about that, talked about that?
Yeah, we have many ideas on the brain. So we want to make a restaurant on our truck. We want to put trucks in everywhere. That's the thing that we made this product because we know we can grow it up through the country. He wants a little restaurant that I want to, but I think next step is gonna be a next truck because we know about this business how it works, and but the next truck is coming soon. It's gonna be a surprise, but it's gonna be the same concept. But the restaurant is coming too. Yeah, bigger. But the restaurant is gonna be soon too. But our main idea is do a franchise. But the next 2 steps is gonna be by own self, and then we want to start to franchise, do a franchise with a brand and everything.
And then the Berman logo will help them.
Of course,
creating the franchise concept.
Absolutely be there for that concept. It's interesting because what's the history of lobster? Lobster used to be a poor man's food, right? It was a poor man's food, and now it's a delicacy. Is that kind of interesting to you guys? What do you think about that?
Well, in our country, was different. I mean, a lobster and anything that comes from the sea, the seafood, it's pretty much for everybody. It's very accessible because we live in a country that has, the coast. So for us, it wasn't like that. But yeah, we understand that the concept now, the lobster is very expensive. But you guys bring that product to the people in a price that is, reasonable and delicious. So yeah, thank you for that.
See, that's important because it's so delicious, and you guys got great prices, and it's so fresh. So if you have not had a Captain Lobster anything or roll, they have so many different rolls. Make sure you follow them. Their Instagram is Captain Lobster FL. Captain Lobster FL. Follow them, and your mouth will just start watering. I'll throw up their Instagram for you right here so you could check it out. But this is quality food. They take a lot of pride. The food truck is immaculate, by the way. It looks like you guys just like bought it every time I see it. That thing is so clean, and the food is delicious. And I can't wait to have one right after this. So we're stoked. I'm going to take a little break here because we have a lot of Spanish-speaking listeners and viewers. So, Maria, habla español, mi piquito, por muy malo, mi madre es gorda y fea. Go ahead, Maria. Yeah, go ahead and if you don't mind, just taking over on the Spanish side, please.
Thank you so much.
No, gracias. De nada.
Bueno, muchachos, primero que todo, gracias por estar aquí hoy. Bienvenidos al podcast de Berman Law Group y de TVT Venezuela. Pues mi invitación de hoy es, pues, me quiero celebrar a los venezolanos emprendedores como ustedes. Y quiero un poquito que nuestros oyentes sepan, pues de boca de inmigrantes como ustedes, la experiencia de vivir en los Estados Unidos. Bueno, una vez más tenemos a Emanuel Arraiz, Iván García, ellos son los creadores de Captain Lobster y los dueños, pues obviamente del food truck. Más o menos, ¿cómo nació la idea de Captain Lobster?
Gracias, Gabriela, por la invitación. Gracias por TVT Berman siempre estar pendiente de nosotros y pues ayudarnos en todos los pasos que necesitemos. Captain Lobster fue una idea que surgió de repente, ¿verdad? Porque nuestra idea era hacer un camión de comida venezolana, como ya le expliqué, ¿verdad? Pero una vez tuvimos un viaje a Nueva York. Yo nunca había probado un pan de langosta y cuando lo probamos dijimos, wow, queremos hacer esto, pero con el toque venezolano.
Claro, con el toque de uno.
Entonces, así fue como poco a poco fuimos agregándole al mismo lobster roll, al mismo pan de langosta, le fuimos agregando como...
Un toque loco.
Sí, como ese sabor latino que tenemos nosotros que pues nos identifica.
No, y de los hechos diferentes, porque de tantos camiones de comida que hay, ustedes de verdad han marcado la diferencia y se les siente el sabor, el cariño. Bueno, yo he sido testigo del crecimiento de ustedes y de verdad que...
Yo me recuerdo cuando fuiste al primer evento.
Al primer food truck, sí, de verdad.
Sí.
Exactamente, ustedes han crecido bastante y han hecho un buen equipo. Eso me lleva a ti, Iván, a preguntarte cuál es la visión de la compañía, dónde se ve Captain Lobster en los próximos años.
Para completar un poquito, la idea del food truck también fue porque, como dijimos hace rato en inglés, veníamos siendo choferes de FedEx, y que es un consejo que más adelante vamos a hablar un poquito de los venezolanos. Por eso fue la idea del camión y vimos una vez un camión de comida y visitamos uno de los eventos y dijimos, mira, esto se parece a lo que nosotros hacemos. Ahora con la idea que teníamos, hicimos muchas pruebas en las casas, pusimos el toque venezolano, como el chef de este proyecto, y puso muchas ideas, de las cuales la que más tuvo relevancia fue esta del seafood o de la langosta. Y fue donde empezamos entonces a inventar, a ver, hasta que nació la idea de mira, esto con aquello, porque era muy simple lo que probamos allá en Nueva York. Bueno,
¿Dónde se ven?
Donde nosotros como trabajamos con diferentes promotores de eventos, ya que ellos son los que tienen contratos con las diferentes ciudades y tienen diferentes eventos en diferentes sitios, desde Miami hasta, nosotros trabajamos desde Key Biscayne hasta Jupiter.
Okay.
De por sí hoy tenemos un evento en Downtown Abacoa, en Jupiter, después de las 5 de la tarde, después de servirle obviamente aquí a nuestro compañero de TVT Venezuela, de Berman Group, un lunch ahí fantástico.
No, sí.
Nos pueden seguir por Captain Lobster FL o FL de Florida, y ahí van a ver la ruta. Estamos desde los lunes, de Hollywood comenzamos, pasamos por Plantation los martes, los miércoles estamos en Boca Ratón regularmente, jueves y viernes entre Wellington y Pompano Beach, y así van sucesivamente. Esas cosas pueden variar porque el food truck es móvil,
Claro,
y
claro.
a veces...
Y aquí en Florida llueve todos los días, así que todo puede cambiar.
Sí, puede cambiar. Nosotros estamos anunciando siempre lo que está pasando a través de las redes, de Facebook, de Instagram. También ahí van a encontrar el website para cualquier contratación directa.
Perfecto.
Para cosas privadas. Hemos hecho casas...
Eso les iba a preguntar, ¿hacen bodas, hacen eventos, hacen cumpleaños? Ustedes van a donde sea, donde los llamen, ¿correcto?
Sí, siempre. Perfecto. Y también tenemos otra modalidad, trabajamos con un tent, porque hay personas que quieren el camión en el porche de su casa, otras personas quieren algo más privado.
Okay.
Y también tenemos el equipamiento para hacer algo más
pequeño,
privado,
más privado.
Quizás, exacto, dentro de la casa.
Perfecto. Ahora, una pregunta... obviamente ustedes lo trajeron a colación, pero los oyentes seguro se están preguntando, ¿por qué no un camión de cachapas? ¿Por qué no un camión de arepas? ¿Por qué no un camión de tequeño?
Sí, esa fue la principal idea, ¿verdad? Pero nosotros nos sentamos y pues dijimos, vivimos aquí en América, ¿verdad? Vamos a atacar, hay que jugar inteligente.
Claro,
vamos a buscar desde que probamos el pan de langosta, dijimos, bueno, vamos a atacar
el mercado americano.
El mercado americano, ya que pues, estamos aquí.
Claro, exactamente. Y eso es parte del proceso de emigrar, ¿no? Porque uno quiere siempre tener las raíces de uno presente en todas las cosas que uno hace, porque Venezuela está con nosotros. No importa dónde estemos, Venezuela siempre está con nosotros. Pero también la realidad es que somos inmigrantes, no somos estamos en el medio, ¿no? Entonces queremos procurar satisfacer todas esas necesidades y me parece excelente la idea de ustedes porque a pesar de que es un producto americano, ustedes lo han hecho bien de nosotros, pues. Sí. Entonces, de verdad, los felicitamos por eso.
Gracias.
Rapidito para cerrar ya el podcast, ¿cuáles son las 3 recomendaciones que ustedes le darían cada uno a los venezolanos que están escuchando este podcast y están diciendo, ¿será que me voy? ¿Será que me quedo? ¿Lo lograré? ¿No lo lograré?
Todo es posible, Gabriela, todo es posible, tanto nosotros como tú y como muchos amigos que tenemos en común. Pues he empezado de cero, no es fácil, de verdad que no, porque nos toca trabajar bastante, bien fuerte, cosas que de verdad nunca habíamos realizado en nuestro país, pero todo está en las ganas que tú tengas y pues la visión y a dónde tú quieres llegar y siempre rodearte de personas que
estén dispuestas a ayudarte.
Sí, que quieren y que tienen esa misma visión que tú de crecer.
Exactamente.
A mí me tocó compartir con mi compadre, mi amigo Iván, que para mí ha sido como un impulso, ¿verdad? Porque él tiene esa visión que capaz yo por miedo nunca lo quise realizar.
Exacto, ustedes se complementan.
Sí, exactamente.
Eso
entonces,
es importantísimo.
Pues gracias a Dios, gracias a todos por...
Entonces, tu consejo es sí se puede.
Claro que sí se puede.
¿Y tú, Iván, qué
dices?
Sí,
bueno, tomar riesgo, pero con cautela. Algo que le digo a la mayoría es el idioma. Eso es lo que te abre las puertas. Me acuerdo.
Es emocional. Sí, es así, es emocional. Y bueno, obviamente asesorarse con abogados y personas que estén aquí para ayudarlo. Ahí entro yo. Hola.
Sí.
Los mejores.
Eso también, el asesoramiento a través de personas que de verdad te tiren la mano, que sepan de lo que se está hablando, que tengan conocimiento de todo. Nosotros, gracias a TVT Venezuela, hemos logrado muchas cosas, tanto en lo personal como en la compañía, a nivel legal, y se los recomendamos al 100%, porque el asesoramiento, el idioma, como le iba a decir hace rato, y la constancia que dice aquí mi compañero es lo primordial. Y sí se puede.
Claro que sí, sí se puede.
Y bueno, recomiendo 100% aquí a mi amiga Gabriela.
Ay, gracias.
No, a veces caemos en el jueguito de siempre pagar un poquito menos, más barato, por cualquier persona que no, que yo lo hago en internet en mi casa, sin saber lo que después eso puede acarrear, ¿verdad? De traer.
Las
Siempre es
sí.
bueno es hacerlo con personas pues profesionales, en este caso de Berman.
Gracias.
Y pues aquí los dejo.
Gracias. Bueno, de verdad que muchas gracias. Muchas personas se conectaron. Aquí me están preguntando por qué se llama TBT, porque nos llamamos The Berman Team. Es TBT, The Berman Team. También me han preguntado cuánto tiempo tienen con el camión. ¿Ustedes tienen ya un año?
1 año y medio.
1 año y medio tienen con
Sí.
el camión. Aquí otra pregunta live que nos hicieron, que si están casados. Sí, están casados. Dejen
Hay
de
uno que no,
preguntar
hay
cosas.
uno que no.
Hay uno que
Queda
no.
en secreto ahí. Tienen que visitar alguno de los eventos para que lo descubran.
Y el próximo evento es esta noche en Wellington, ¿correcto?
No, Wellington fue anoche.
Wellington fue
ahora
anoche.
mismo, sí, ahora mismo estamos acá en Berman.
Hoy es aquí
Berman
en
and
Berman.
y luego nos vamos a Jupiter.
A Jupiter
En
esta
el
noche.
Downtown Abacoa, después
Ok.
de las 5 de la tarde.
Listo. Bueno, muchachos, muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Evan, for having us today. And let us do it in Spanish. Thank you so much.
Adios.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
We
Thank
are
you.
off.